Just a couple points before you hang up, please. Wiggy is so dead on. If you guys look back, the marriage with Brady and Belichick was phenomenal until what year? 2019, when Brady and Belichick honestly started losing the new generation of players in the locker room. And Brady was a leader going. I'm sorry. Wiggy knows he played for him. We played with some sub-talent that Brady brought to another level. And it was not just Brady. It was both of them. It was Belichick. It was the coaching staff. And to say that Belichick lost his fastball, no, he's lost the players that can't step up because Mac Jones hung his head on the sideline and couldn't get the players to play. They couldn't catch the ball. You picked up great players when you picked up Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry. And what did they do on the team? Nothing, because Mac Jones couldn't get them to the level that they were used to playing at. It was all about the locker room, man. I'm sorry.
It was all about the quarterback maximizing the players. Chris Hogan, what is he in the NFL without Tom Brady?
Nothing.
I mean, go up and down the list. I mean, it's okay. Patrick Mahomes has brought a team that should maybe have 6 wins, 1 win away from a Super Bowl. That's how the NFL is today. It wasn't always that way. Wiggy, you're right. In the early 2000s, it certainly wasn't.
Who maximized the players on the other side of the ball? That wasn't Tom Brady. That was Bill Belichick.
Okay, the NFL, I mean, of course, but did you see the games they lost in the Super Bowl to the Eagles where they allowed 30-plus points and Tom Brady had 500 yards in one of the most unbelievable games ever played in a loss?
Did you see the Super Bowl when they beat the Rams with
of
defense?
Course, but Greg, I don't understand why you're arguing this. Bill Belichick recently, for whatever reason, has failed to accept the changing dynamics of the NFL regarding offense and the quarterback position specifically. Why has he done that?
I don't think he did that. I think that he
didn't
argue,
talk to his starting quarterback for the final 5 weeks of the season.
Because his starting quarterback was a snake.
I think.
I mean, let's be honest. I wouldn't talk to him.
Wasn't he in on Aaron Rodgers? Didn't he go on Aaron Rodgers?
I mean,
I
think he was actually even in on Lamar. I really believe Bill was in on Lamar Jackson.
Well, then what happened there? Because Kraft was the one that told everybody, if Bill wants him, he can get him. So how does that fall apart?
See, I guess it depends on what camp you fall in.
Yeah, no.
Do you believe it's Bill is the money guy and it started and ended with him when it came to signing players and figuring out what players got?
No.
Okay, so then if that's the case, then you believe Kraft has something to do with it. That's why I take it all the way back to Brady. I think Bill and Brady had their issues when it came to some of the off-the-field stuff, whether it's with Alex Guerrero. Right, but they smoothed those...
Jimmy G thing.
Yeah, but they smoothed those waters over. Guerrero was kind of...
Yeah, they smoothed those.
Yeah. He was back in the building. They was doing some stuff, whatever. Mm-hmm. But Brady himself said, go talk to Robert, right? So is Robert the one who goes, I'm not giving Tom 2 years, $50 million? That's what it seems like.
Well, Robert now says that, the great intelligent man told me he couldn't play anymore, and then he went and won a Super Bowl. So he's able to spin that on Bill Belichick.
Right, but if you still feel like he can't play, you own the team. Don't you go, all right, Bill, guess what? I still think he can play. He's going to be a quarterback. I'm paying you all that money. We want Tom.
Here's what we don't know, Greg, and you could be right. In 3 years, Bill Belichick is in charge of the Cowboys, and they win a Super Bowl. What I do know is who Bill has been before and after Tom and who Tom was after Bill, which is 5 playoff wins, a Super Bowl at the age of 43.
Yeah.
So we already know that's set in stone. The best Bill can do is tie. Mm-hmm. And so until Bill does that, I have the edge in this conversation in that Tom was rushed out the door. He clearly still had the ability. All he wanted was some weapons on offense and to be paid market value. That didn't happen, so he left.
You have the edge. Yeah. You have the edge because Robert wouldn't allow that. Because if you were really if you wanted Aaron Rodgers, like if Bill had Aaron Rodgers, they win a Super Bowl.
Let me ask you this question. Minus his rookie season. If Mac Jones had performed better.
Yep.
The last 2 seasons.
Yep.
Would Bill still be here?
Yes.
How good is better?
So that's
if they make the playoffs.
Nothing about the roster. I'm just asking if he had. Yeah. So what? They make.
So they made the playoffs his second year. And maybe even if they lose in the second, they go, okay, he's made the playoffs, he's gotten better. Let's add some pieces in year 3.
Greg, who's accountable for bringing in a guy that lost the trust of the quarterback? Who's accountable for hiring Matt Patricia and Joe Judge to replace Josh McDaniels?
The owner.
Wait, stop it, Wiggy. Matt Patricia's best friends with Bill Belichick.
No, but the owner brought in the quarterback.
No. I'm talking about the coaches.
I don't think that the coaches had that much to do with Mac's decrease as we think.
It is the beginning of the end. Absolutely the beginning of the end. That is where...
So then why didn't he bounce back tremendously when Bill O'Brien came in, a guy that he wanted?
Because the trust was broken between the quarterback and the coach. The coach went out of his way to not bring back Jacoby Myers, the number 1 target of Mac Jones.
Yeah, but he brought in the offensive coordinator.
Or Mac Jones was just bad.
Yeah, Mac Jones was just bad. And even with Matt Patricia, and say what you want, Joe Judge, he did not want to buy in. If he bought into the offense, maybe he would have been better.
If we brought in Pebbles to be our brand manager, would you listen to her?
If you know what? Guess what?
Is she available?
I don't know.
If you brought her
doing
in,
a great job.
If you brought her in and Mike Thomas goes, hey, you got to work with her and figure it out. Then guess what? I'd work with her and figure it out because I know my job depends on it. But if I'm flailing and I'm not talking or I'm not doing anything, then what I'm doing is I'm not buying into the system because I'm upset on who that is.
And don't you think that Bill Belichick admitted that he was wrong? Because the season after all of that went down, he made changes.
No, Robert Kraft made the changes. Bill Belichick did not.
So what is it? Is it Robert Kraft all the time, or is it Bill Belichick?
He kind of swoops in every once in a while and apparently makes the right decisions only in hindsight.
No, Bill O'Brien wasn't the right decision. It didn't work out.
Whenever there's a decision that is determined afterwards to be the right one, it seems like Robert Kraft takes credit for it.
So you guys think Bill Belichick released a press release that said they were going after Bill O'Brien and keeping Gerard Mayo, a guy that was going to take a job away from Belichick's kid?
No, but I think that Bill Belichick realized that Matt Patricia and Joe Judge were not the answer.
He tried to bring him back, according to reporting with Wickersham at the end of the year.
So let me ask this. You believe that Kraft stepped in and went and got Bill O'Brien?
Yes.
Okay, I believe that as well.
Year, in November.
I believe that as well. So you also believe that Kraft stepped in and said, we're taking Mac Jones?
I believe that was a collaborative approach.
Oh, okay. Just wanted to...
I'm saying that
yes.
But I would say very easily that Robert Kraft is as culpable or more. I'm not absolving Robert Kraft.
No. You're not. We're not saying you are, but you're placing the blame at the feet of Bill.
No, what I'm saying is they allowed Patricia and Judge to coach the offense when McDaniels left.
Yes,
didn't love it, but they tolerated it.
Yeah,
it was an abject failure. Bill thought it was Mac's fault.
Why would it? Because it was Mac's fault.
Okay, but the organization said get rid of these 2 guys.
Yep.
We're bringing in Bill O'Brien.
Yep.
We're going to say that Mayo can't interview with the Panthers. That all happened in January of last year.
So they brought in the guy, and then guess what? The quarterback was even a bigger failure with Billy O'Brien than he was with Matt Patricia.
Because Kraft made the wrong choice at quarterback.
So then whose problem was it that he was a bigger failure on the Billy O? It was Kraft for bringing in a guy and then going, the guy that I drafted is not buying in it. He just stinks.
It's very interesting. We have to take a break. I'd like to keep talking about it.
I mean, it's your show, Greg.
It's my show.
There's a lot of moving parts to this Bill thing.
All right.
Now that we know he turned the job down.
Yeah. Now we understand why he's not working. He didn't want the Falcons job. Could have had everything over there. He didn't want it. He's waiting for a better job. He's waiting for that Cowboys job.
Well, he couldn't have had everything.
Or maybe he's waiting for Andy Reid's job.